Hello, my name is Haley Lepelholtz, and I'm going to be discussing the Self-Care Nursing Theory by Dorothea Oram. This is a picture of the mind map I created. For me, mind maps are great for connecting information and seeing how things relate. The first image I chose is Dorothea Oram. Dorothea Oram had an exciting life. She created the self-care nursing theory. She worked as a staff nurse, a private duty nurse, nursing faculty member, an administrator, and a consultant. She had several accomplishments and awards. She was an advocate for both patients and nurses. The first image I have is an image of two glasses on a tray on a blanket on the beach. For me, this represents relaxation. The reason I chose the self-care nursing theory as the one I chose is because I am passionate about self-care. Even though I have taken the nursing elective going over self-care, I still need reminders and I'm learning new ways to provide self-care. Self-care is about planning and implementing what to do for our own behalf to maintain life, health, and well-being. This image represents the health and the nursing meta paradigm because it represents self-care, which promotes health. The third image I chose is what you need. For me, I wanted to find a picture that represents needs. One of the main parts of the theory is nursing self-care needs. It's not an all-inclusive list. Some may say that it's not elaborate enough on spiritual or emotional needs. I don't think there is such thing as a perfect list encompassing all the many different needs we have as human beings. I also really like the Maslow hierarchy of needs, and you can apply that theory to this one as well. This is a good guide, especially to new nurses. It is as follows. First is sufficient intake of air, water, and food. Adequate care and functioning of elimination. Balance between activity and rest. Balance between solitude and social interaction. Prevention of hazards to human life functioning and well-being. And promotion of social functioning. This image represents person in the nursing paradigm because it discusses how you or your patient is the primary subject. We are all individuals with unique needs. The fourth image I chose has a girl sitting on a bed. She looks sad in the photo. The reason why I chose it is because it represents how someone feels when they're not at their best. Self-care deficit goes over what we can do for our patients when there is a self-care deficit. It can also be what we do for others, such as family members or friends. It goes as follows. Acting for or doing for another, guiding and directing, providing physical or psychological support, providing an environment that supports development, teaching. This image represents environment in the nursing paradigm because it discusses what we can do to make our own environment to encourage development and or the environment we create for our patients. Lastly, I'm going to be talking about nursing systems. The image I chose for this is a stethoscope. Why? Because it's one of the key tools in nursing. This image represents nursing in the nursing paradigm because it discusses the nursing aspect of this theory. It is as follows. The wholly compensatory system, the partially compensatory system, and 3. The supportive educative system. The wholly compensatory system is when the patient is unable to provide most of their ADLs and are unable to provide self-care. This is when the nurse steps in and supports and assists the patients. The partially compensatory system is when the nurse assists for a little bit, just enough that the patient needs, and the patient is able to provide the rest. The supportive education system is more for nurses to educate their patients and assist them in being independent as possible. I hope after reading all my texts and my short explanation, you kind of get an understanding of Dorothea RM's nursing theory. The main thing for me, to summarize it, is that we need to do what we can to maintain life, health, and well-being. And that can be assisting for or completely helping with our patients on their needs. It also can be applied to ourselves. I know as a nurse we can, and me especially, start to neglect our own needs. And this can apply to all sorts of different specialties and situations. And this can be about your personal life as well. For an example, it can be used in OB and be used for moms and their newborns, assisting the mom and being able to provide self-care to herself after going through childbirth. It can be helping her with her baby. It can be applied to those who are Army nurses and help their patients out, and whether it be in any stage of the nursing system, the whole compensatory or maybe supportive education. Overall, I hope you get an idea that we need to create a better environment and keep in mind our patients and ourselves' self-care needs. I thank you so much for taking the time to read over my project and listen to my presentation. Thank you. Bye.